If you're seeing this, you are probably one of my 8 Facebook friends, or some poor schmuck who Googled blonde girl on webcam and now you're terribly disappointed because the clothes stay on. And we're talking about finance. Yay! Yay. Psh. Confetti. We're talking about Bed Bath & Beyond. Mostly the beyond part, because the whole last week was beyond. It went from $4.40 to $30 in 6 weeks, which is like a 550% move. It's incredible. How did that happen? It happened because the meme lord himself, Ryan Cohen, decided to buy 10% of the company. And this man has a massive following. He's also the founder of Chewy. He's the current chairman of GameStop. So all the apes and all the hodl people and retail investors, that's their guy. And he earned that. Until he didn't. Out of nowhere, news dropped, in after hours, may I say, which is always kind of a dick move, that he sold his entire share. Everything. The area that I circled is where he sold in different lots on the 16th and 17th. And then the area where you see the little explosion, that is when the news actually dropped and people understood what he did. Made almost $60 million. Good for you, I guess. But in my mind, Ryan Cohen is not somebody who's motivated by money at this point in his life. He has more than enough money. So why would he go and do such a shitty thing and leave the people that trusted him and that adore him with half of their accounts being gone? That is so inconsistent with his behavior, because when he purchased 10% of the company, he actually sent out a letter in March to the rest of the board, making it very clear where he thinks changes need to be made, and how he tries to honor the shareholder and make sure that people don't lose their money, basically. Don't forget, he's still chairman of GameStop. So if all the apes and all the followers are super mad at him and disappointed, they may not just sell their Bed Bath & Beyond, they may sell everything that he has. And then that's it. It just didn't make sense. Ryan Cohen is too smart for that. I read all the filings, 200 pages, and I find a clause, a standstill provision clause, in the legally binding agreement that he signed when he purchased 10% of Bed Bath & Beyond. And it says, as a shareholder and board member and now insider, he is not allowed to propose or even talk about acquisitions, mergers, or drastic restructuring of the company. Not sure why, to be honest, but okay, so that's a very short leash. He has a couple of weeks and months to get acquainted with the company, bring his all-star team in, bounce around ideas, and he arrives at the decision that he cannot fix this company with the current structure. There has to be some merger, acquisition, something. If he wouldn't have sold all of his shares, he would still not be allowed to talk about a merger or acquisition. But in his original letter to the board on March, he did already point out that he thinks there are parts of the business who are underutilized and who could do much better. Bed Bath & Beyond did release a statement when the whole backlash happened about him, leaving everybody in the dust. And it is not worded like a statement from a company that just got shot in the back and lost half of its value overnight. I always put my money where my mouth is. I'm still holding 1,700 shares of Bed Bath & Beyond, and within the next week, I want to extend my position to 4,000 shares. So whenever there's going to be a pullback, a stop loss rate, I will be there. I'll be in the bloody path of the beyond, picking up the shares that nobody else wants right now. Is there a chance that I'm wrong? Absolutely. There always is. You made it to the end of the video. Good for you, learning and stuff and whatnot. So now it's time for our public service announcement. that has nothing to do with what we talked about in the video. It's just things that I think they needed saying. So here it is. The Nissan Cube is a mistake that should have never happened. I don't know how it got this far or why it happened, but somebody's got to be very ashamed of themselves. That's it. Just wanted to say that. I see you next week. Did I say they call it Bloodbath and Beyond now? I wish I came up with this. I did not. But I love it.